Hello, welcome to the Yellowscribe / battlescribe to TTS tutorial. This aims to be a complete guide on how to import your models to a consistent level for tabletop simulator play. My name is Malice. I am the TTS Warhammer 40k Discord admin and the admin of the r/TTS Warhammer 40k subreddit. This tutorial is going to be covering how to use Yellowscribe. We're going to be going over how to use all of the features. However, we will not be going over the Crusade mechanics, but if you need information on that, you can find that on Yellowman's website. So, we're going to be going over how to import your armies easily and consistently. Now, as you can see here on the screen, we have models that have been imported from the battlescribe to TTS or Yellowscribe. Each model has a datasheet applied to it, as well as some scripting capabilities that we'll be going over in the future. Now, before I actually get into any of all that, we need to go ahead and do some proper credits. Thank you very much, Berserk Games, for your blessed software that we use. We're also going to be going and giving a shout out and credit to the Hivemind 5 for his original battlescribe to TTS project. Hivemind has worked very hard to branch the two softwares together, and a lot of what we use today in the Yellowscribe is based on that. So we do want to thank the Hivemind for the battlescribe to TTS. We also want to give a shout out to Yellowman for his new and improved version of battlescribe to TTS, which will be Yellowscribe. And it has been created with more features in mind and improved revisions from the original, as well as additional features that the old battlescribe to TTS just doesn't have. We thank him for his contributions to the community as well. We also want to thank the battlescribe data community. We're going to give a shout out to the battlescribe data community for their extremely hard work on keeping the repos up to date with the latest Games Workshop updates. Thank you very much for the battlescribe data repo that you guys maintain. So everything you will need and how to get it, we're going to go over that. So first thing, obviously, tabletop simulator. We've got that. You're here. Congratulations. Next thing you're going to be needing is battlescribe. Battlescribe is available for free on the internet. We'll go ahead and open this up on our webpage, battlescribe.net. I will be linking everything you need in the description of this video. You're going to need the Yellowscribe's website, link in the description. You're going to need models to use to do this importing process. Now, obviously, I recommend using Battleforge. A link will be included in the description of the video on how you can get Battleforge. Very quickly, I will show you. All you need to do is go to the download link section of the Discord, navigate to the GitHub, and download the Battleforge update from there. Installation instructions on that site. Now that you have everything, let's go ahead and walk you through how to import. Now that you have that all, I'm going to walk you through on how to import these models. The very first thing that you're going to need is your roster. Now, if you don't know how to create your roster, you don't know how to create your list, I have a video linked in the description of this video that goes over how to create your armies in battlescribe. Now we're going to go ahead and assume that you know how to do that, and we're going to go ahead and save our roster as a roster file. Make sure to save this in a location that is going to be familiar and easy to access for yourself. The next thing that you're going to be needing to do is gather all of the models that you need to import. Now, for this demonstration, we're going to be using AdMech, and using the Battleforge, I have saved all the models that I will be using for this demonstration. So it doesn't matter where you get the models, once again, just that your models are accurate and have the correct base sizes. That is the most important thing. So now that you have all the models that you are going to be using for your list, once you have all that, the next part of the process will be importing your roster to the website. So remember the roster file that we saved from our battlescribe. We're going to be importing that to Yellowman's Yellowscribe. When we upload it, you will have a breakdown on this next page. It will go over every unit that you have, as well as the war gears and abilities that they have access to. We can go ahead and hit submit. When we are done submitting, we can grab the code that the Yellowscribe gives us. It will usually be in this format that you see here. Once we got that, we can go ahead and copy it and then go back to our tabletop simulator. Now, the next step that we need to do is we need to go to the Yellowman's workshop upload. You'll be prompted, you'll be welcomed with a Yellowman's battlescribe window here. To get started, upload your battlescribe roster file to the link up here, which we've already done. Then enter the code you received. Now this is where we're going to control V, the code that we received when we imported our roster file. We're going to hit submit. It's going to be some loading. It's going to be loading. Okay, so now we're met with this table. Okay, now every unit in your list, every unit, every even in some cases models, every model in your unit, your list will have a sheet, a card here on the table. What you need to do now is you need to grab the models that you've saved from before, go ahead and load them into this table, and then we can go ahead and begin the process of calibrating our roster here. So on the first up here, it says that we have a Belisarius call as weapons. This is all based on the battlescribe roster that we've uploaded. What we're going to do is we're going to click on this card, the first card. We're going to click that, and then we're going to click on our Belisarius call model. Once that's done, you will see an highlight indicator showing us that we have assigned a model to this unit in our roster. All right, and then we're going to continue doing that. We're going to continue assigning models to every individual unit that our list consists of. All right. So now, when all of the cards that you see here are good to go, we can go ahead and hit create army. So if you made it this far, congratulations, you've done the hardest part of all of this, and you now have the ability and the power to quickly import your models directly from battlescribe with like no effort at all. So thank you, congratulations on that. Now we're gonna actually go through the next part of this video, where we're going to be going over all of the features that you have access to with your units that have been imported using Yellowscribe. If you go to the menu and you hit configuration, scroll down under controls and come to the bottom, and you'll see scripting 1, scripting 2, scripting 3, scripting 4, scripting 5, all the way till scripting 10, right? Now notice keypad these keypad 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are all keypads that are assigned to your number pad key, right? So keep that in mind when I tell you about key 1 or key 2. We're referring to this. Now, if we go ahead and scroll to a unit that has been imported with the battlescribe, the Yellowscribe, hit numpad 1 and it'll bring up a table with all the information that you need to know about the unit. Has your faction keywords, has your faction has any special other keywords here. If it's a multi-wound model, if it's a multi-wound unit, you will have your various profiles as well as a breakdown of what they do there in a spreadsheet. Now, it also has a list of your weapon profiles as well as special abilities with descriptions for each. And yes, that is everything that you need to know about the unit. That's all on the keypad 1 or numpad A1. The next feature that we're going to be going over is the coloring features for your units. So again, this is also done in the numpad 1. This is a very useful tool if you need to quickly assign colors to large amounts of squads that you may have. So if I hit numpad 1 on just this random Skitarii Ranger, I'm going to go ahead and assign a color to it. And I'm going to come down to the color picker here, and I'm going to pick red. Now what this does is it changes the whole squad to red. I'm going to go and do the same thing. I'm going to go highlight this Skitarii Ranger, hit 1, numpad 1, and then I'm going to hit blue. And now that Skitarii squad is highlighted in blue. We're going to do it one more time here for you guys. This time we're going to go green. Okay. So now you're able to know which squad belongs into what squad, especially if you're in situations where you're using a large amount of infantry that need to wrap around buildings and you're kind of blending your units together. This is going to be a good way to keep track of which model is in what unit at any given time just by glancing. Similarly, you can do all kinds of different colors. There's quite a bit of support. As you can see, we've kind of just assigned models to these colors very quickly in no time at all. All right, so we're gonna go to the quick wound allocation. So this is numpad key 2 and 3. So numpad number 2 and numpad number 3 will allow you to do what you're looking at on the screen right now. If I hit numpad 2 and I hit it a few times, you'll see that the allocation of the wounds goes down. I will like to note that this is also color coded to just a little bit of a kind of, bonus to all this. Now for the allocating of a wound up, just hit numpad 3 and you will be increasing the wounds. So if you had to heal any wounds, you'll be able to do that. It's a very straightforward function, but it is a very useful one nonetheless. So numpad 2 and numpad 3 will do that for you. Let's go to the next one. We're going to go to numpad 4 and 5. These are the measurement circles. Now if I hit numpad 4, a circle measuring 1 inch from the base of the model will appear. Now I can expand this measurement circle by hitting 4 to increase it and 5 to decrease it. Let's go ahead and increase this radius to 5 inches. There you go, 5-inch bubble around this model, this from the center of the base. And then numpad 5 to reduce it. And of course it will indicate on the screen how many inches you're measuring. Now bonus and advanced tip for you guys who don't know. But if you go and you hit numpad key 1 again, and you click and you assign a color to this model, you hit number 4 or 5, numpad 4 or 5, you'll get a color circle, the color range indicator. Now you can actually do this multiple times by just cycling through the colors. So if I change this now to the green highlight and I hit numpad 4, I can actually put up another circle of range indication. So very useful and advanced technique if you guys need to mark various different ranges of your models. Maybe you need to always constantly be aware of the horror range as well as deep strike denial ranges. This is a very good tool utility for you. Next up, we're going to be talking about changing the measurement types. So we know how to create the measurement circles. But did you know that if you hit numpad 6, you can change the type of circle that is being used for the model? As you can see, there's various different things that you can cycle through here. It's numpad 6. Changing the various amounts of shapes on the measurement circle. Also, you can cycle through that with 7 as well. So 6 and 7 will allow you to cycle through the different types of circles that you may need. So this is the useful part if you have models that have circular, rectangular bases. This is going to help you do the range finding with that. Now let's go to the next technique here. If we hit numpad 8, we will change the ranges from circle to square. So I'm a little bit confused on why we would need this. If you guys know why you would need to change your measurement to a square like this, let us know in the comment section. I'd really like to know how you guys are using this. But again, circling through all the different sort of features here, we can go ahead and have that ability to do so. Now, numpad 9 and numpad 0 are Crusade special number keys. I'm not going to cover any of that. Again, that will be a subject for a video in the future. All right. So we've already gone through that. Now, next thing we're going to need to do is look at the right-click menu for the units that we've imported. Right-click menu. Let's take a look. Where is the right-click menu? It should be here. Toggle. Okay, so the right-click menu works very much in big, large blobs of infantry kind of deals. Now, you know how to assign colors to your squad. However, did you know there is a built-in feature that's automatically enabled that allows you to check to see if your concurrency is active on your unit? So if I have this option on, and if I move this more than 2 inches away from this unit, I'm sorry, I think I need to first highlight all of these and come to numpad 1 menu, select red. I'm highlighting the whole selection here. I am right clicking and I'm ensuring that our concurrency ability is on. As you can see, whenever we move these units within, 2 inches away, anything outside of the 2 inches, as you can see here, will no longer count as being in concurrency. So notice how we are checking constantly for unit concurrency. Having this ability will show us when our units are not within that concurrency. So definitely experiment and play with it, but it's a useful feature to have. Very nice to be able to check that. You can turn that off by clicking that script button as well, so you're not doing that. But a useful feature nonetheless, very utilitarian. Now that's going to bring us towards the conclusion end of this video. Once again, I'm going to be linking Yellowman's workshop link, his website and Discord server, where you can find additional help or need to report any bugs with the software. There will be a Discord link to Yellowman's server in the description of this video. If you find this video to be helpful, please visit our YouTube channel for more in-depth tutorials on how to use tools and community resources to play Warhammer 40k on Tabletop Simulator. If you would like to support us and help contribute to the creation of video resources like this, consider becoming a Patreon. Link is going to be in the description as always. And once again, I'm Malice, your community lead. Thanks for watching and happy wargaming.